You're listening to Mr. Credit on San Diego 1700 with local credit expert Derek Evans. Now, live in studio, Mr. Credit.
Radio live and local here in San Diego. We're telling you everything they don't want you to know right here on Mr. Credit Radio, ESPN 1700. When we say they, we mean the Wall Street gangsters, the government, the banks, the credit bureaus, media, debt settlement companies, healthcare industry, or anyone else trying to get at your hard-earned money by deceiving you or getting you to spend it unwisely. Visit MrCreditRadio.com if you want to send me an email or do a Facebook search on Mr. Credit, and you will find me there. All right, we got a bunch of stuff today. First of all, baseball's over. World Series, it's over. The Giants won. I mean, there was a slight. I heard a little bit of noise downtown. I was eating at a sports restaurant. I think I heard one person clapping, but I don't think anyone else cares. I was actually surprised. The World Series got a better rating than Monday Night Football. That was a shocker to me. I was shocked by that. We have a hilarious Randy Moss clip that we're going to play later, by the way. Speaking of football, it's Election Day. So if you're not voting today, then you can't complain about anything. But here's the problem with it. No matter who you vote in office, as far as politicians are concerned, I mean, it just doesn't matter. I'm sorry, but it just doesn't matter because you're going to vote in someone who's going to do something you like and something you don't. That's the whole problem with the whole party system. It's like, one side believes in these things and the other side believes in these things. And, unless you are hardcore on one side or the other, there's going to be things that someone is going to do that you like and things they're going to do that you don't. That's all there is to it. So as far as the people go, vote for the person who's mostly like you. But for the propositions, we got to get in there and vote. We got to do it. Those things are important because that's actually us getting to – that's what, government is about, if you ask me. It's not about appointing people to make decisions. It's about the people down here making the decisions, casting the votes, and deciding what goes on in our community.
Yeah!
You know what I'm saying? So, Monday Night Football gets an 8.6 last night. The World Series gets a 10.6. Snooze fest. And that was a snoozy Monday Night Football game, too. I mean, 30-17 win. I mean, it's almost – Peyton Manning is so good, it's almost boring to watch him pick apart defenses. It really is. It's like – well, he completed another pass. He threw another one on the numbers. He's got all day. I mean, what's so interesting about it? It's just not that interesting to me. Unless it's a close game and he's coming down the fourth quarter, then it's cool. But, I mean, when he's just doing it all game long. I can't believe that Foster only ran for 102. It seemed to me like he was running for 15 every time he got the ball. That is one talented running back. The Texans really have a team there. They really, really do. They have a team. Did you know that Schaub is top 3 in NFL history for completion percentage? Isn't that crazy? Nobody knew that. Schaub. Who is Schaub? I don't know Schaub. He's the quarterback for the Texans. Anyway, so going back to my theory about how the NFL could, if they wanted to, make it possible for me to actually watch the Chargers make a comeback win at home against a good team like Tennessee. Instead, I can't because it's blacked out. Why? Because the NFL hasn't figured it out. Instead, tonight, if you want to watch football, you can watch Middle Tennessee at Arkansas State. It's the only football game on tonight. That's what you get to watch tonight. Hello, McFly, NFL. If we had an NFL game tonight, Monday Night Football last night got an 8.6. Why? Because this is the only NFL game on yesterday. Instead, they put all the games on one day at the same freaking times. And then they wonder why they can't get enough eyeballs to the games. That's why. Because if I want to go to the Chargers game, and I'm a football fan, if I go to the Chargers game, I miss all kinds of stuff. I miss all the other games that are going on at that time. And I probably have to miss the last part of the games right before it, or the first part of the games right after, depending on when the game is. That's why you have an attendance problem, because all the games are at the same time. And unless somebody's diehard Chargers don't care about the rest of the league, why would they go to the game? You get a better view from your couch, and you can flip back and forth. I mean, it's just so stupid. If there was an NFL game on tonight, do you think it would get an 8.6? Maybe not. But it'd get a 6 something. Maybe more. Maybe more. Because actually, last night there was World Series competition. I mean, it's so obvious to me. Have 2 NFL games every single day, and then the whole problem's gone. But will they do that? No. Why? I have no freaking idea. It'd be better for everybody. It'd be better for the national advertisers. It'd be better for the local advertisers. Everybody would win.
What are you doing?
Instead, they're being hard-headed about it. Or stupid, as I like to say in some cases, because they could easily fix this deal. The Patriots are 6-1, by the way. I didn't even realize that till today. The Patriots are being the Patriots. And I mean, even if it was, even if there's a game, if people say, oh, well, they wouldn't be that interested because, be some random games on. Yeah, but there's always a connection. There's either a team you like, a team you hate, or a team that's in your division, or a team that's in the division of a team you like. You always got somebody to root for. I mean, it's such a perfect solution. Will they listen to Mr. Credit? That is the question. I don't know. But, hey, by the way, Middle Tennessee at Arkansas State tonight if anybody's interested. We're going to do the Randy Moss clip here in a little bit. World Series is over, which we had all the World Series games right here on ESPN 1700. Save the station in your dial. We do have lots of good stuff coming up, and we'll get to that later. But it's Election Day. Make sure you get out and vote. And, hey, I tell you one thing that they listen to the voters on, and McRib is back. How about that? McRib is back, baby. Now, that is a sandwich. That's a man sandwich right there. If you want, have you had it? You've never had it? Well, you can't say anything about it then. Nope. You don't get to talk about it. McRib they should call it the McMahon sandwich. That is just a man sandwich right there. You get fries with that, soda, and a little McFlurry action afterwards. You are all set for the week. But it is back, and that's by popular demand. I couldn't believe they took it away. So McDonald's doing some things, making things happen. I think you got Monopoly going on right now too, which you can win $1 million right off the bat. Yahoo! Or not. But there's a lot going on out there today. I can't wait to get to this Moss clip. And we got I got a really cool email too. I want to talk about. There's a lot of times people keep their credit separately. You have a husband and the wife, and when people talk to me, they always say, my spouse's credit is awesome. Mine sucks. But we do it that way on purpose, and I'm taking the burden here, but they are the one who we get the loans with and all that. And it's really, really smart to do that. You really don't want to co-sign. You don't ever want to co-sign for anything or get a joint account unless you absolutely have to, because what happens if something goes sour, that account goes bad, or one of you wants to file for bankruptcy? No! Then you got a situation where you can't separate. But if you keep your finances separate as much as possible, even if you're married, it doesn't matter. You realize that if, like, for example, what this couple did, all of the credit cards were in his name. He had the good credit. Her credit score was lower, but they got the auto loans in her name. This was so smart. So what happened when she lost her job? Didn't matter, right? Because the credit cards are in his name. Now, he's filing for Chapter 7 bankruptcy, and he's deleting all the credit card debt. And they're getting rid of some other collections and a couple medical bills, too. Gone. Gone. But the bankruptcy won't show up on her credit report, which she's concerned about. The funny thing is, if she includes herself in the bankruptcy, it very well may make her credit score go higher. Isn't that crazy? People just don't understand how this works. But when they start figuring it out and you learn how it works, it's an unbelievable tool. Unbelievable tool. It's kind of like, like child support and spousal support. These are things that count towards your ability to file. So some people will think, well, I have a good job, I make 80, 90 grand a year, I make 150 grand a year. Shoot, you can make $1 million a year. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much money you make. It matters how many bills you have, how many obligations you have. That's what determines whether or not you can qualify. When I see a couple using, the what they have available, the law, the way it's set up to their advantage, it's just it's a great thing. It really is. It's something where most people don't get to do that. Usually it's just the rich. Usually it's only the rich who get to do this because they hire these attorneys that they have on retainer who give them great advice, and they pay them $500 an hour. And that's typically how people are going. And everyone else just has to.
Well, you're going to eat it whether you like it or not.
Sorry. If you're just making minimum payments on your credit cards, that is pointless. That is as pointless as taking 100 years to build a house. You will absolutely get. It's pointless. in your lifetime, you will not be anywhere. That is just the truth about credit cards. Because the more you get toward making the minimum payment, the more they start to encircle you. The more they start to realize, hey, we're going to be able to keep this balance forever. Let's kick the rate up a little bit. Let's kick the minimum payment up a little bit. This is going to be our cash cow. And ultimately,
it is your destiny
to have to do something. Now, for most people, that something could be something as simple and as clean as filing for a Chapter 7 bankruptcy. For some people, that could be going to a debt settlement program, which would destroy your credit forever. Or it could just be running away. A lot of people just want to run away. I don't want to see it. I want it out of sight. I want it out of mind. Let me tell you something. There's a way more noble way to do things. Use the law to your advantage. It's the simplest thing ever. It's called Chapter 7 bankruptcy, and I know and have frequently on the show one of the best bankruptcy attorneys in Southern California, William McDonald, a nice guy who will help you, who wants to help people, a big consumer advocate, just like me. He's a nice guy. Call his office today and get a free consultation. Listen, this is really simple. You call, schedule a time, you go sit down with William, and he'll explain everything to you. Hey, here's how the bankruptcy code works. Here's how you could save money. If you could delete all of your credit card debt right now, how happy would that make you? Remember, we're trying to improve lifestyle here. We're trying to make you have as good a life as possible while still putting money in your pocket. Chapter 7 is something that does that for a lot of people. You could have bad circumstances from medical bills, from loss of job. It could be a lot of reasons out of your control. Doesn't matter. The law is there to help you. Call William McDonald today, 858-437-0103. Schedule a free consultation. You don't go in and file bankruptcy. That's not how it works. You go and you become educated, all right? And then you decide what you want to do over the course of the next, few weeks, a couple months, whatever it is. You have to make an individual plan with William. 858-437-0103 to get your free consultation with William McDonald. Just tell him Mr. Credit sent you. Listen, there's no reason that you should live with financial stress. You just don't have to. In a bad economy, the opportunity is to use the law to your advantage and get a fresh start. Become debt-free. Call William McDonald today, 858-437-0103 to become debt-free. All right, when we come back, we're going to play that Randy Moss clip that I have promised you. It is Election Day. Make sure you vote. It doesn't matter which gangster you vote in. They're all going to do something you like and something you don't. But we have to vote on the propositions. You got to get out there and do it. You have to make your voice heard, because that is what government is supposed to be, the people deciding. You have the chance to do that today. Make sure you do it. Randy Moss clip coming at you when we come back. And 6 save money tips on Mr. Credit Radio, ESPN 1700.
If you have questions about your credit, call 858-673-4299. That's 858-673-4299 to speak with Mr. Credit, or go to MrCreditRadio.com.
I've worked with plenty of different mortgage companies in San Diego, and while there are some who do a great job, there is only one that I can say is truly the best in the business. The Craig Sewing Lending Group provides an experience and expertise in real estate financing that is absolutely second to none. I've known Craig for a dozen years, and I know you would be satisfied working with him. Call 888-880-9500. That's 888-880-9500, or go to craigsewing.com if you're interested in buying real estate in Southern California. It's also worth considering the terms on your loan if you already own property. Rates are at levels that just absolutely boggle the mind right now, and chances are you could save some easy money here. Call Craig Sewing today, 888-880-9500, and tell him Mr. Credit sent you. That's 888-880-9500, or online at craigsewing.com.
The Constitution guarantees specific rights for the citizens of the country. Your local representative can make necessary changes to improve the condition of the country. If you would like to see changes made, contact your local official by going to diputados.gov.mx. Brought to you by the First Legislature.
If you're facing a divorce, custody, or child support issue, don't go it alone. You need the professionals at 1-800-DIVORCE to help protect your rights.